Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Did she forget?
I was like, what is it?
Anyway,
Okay.
Today we are going to talk about how your mood affects me.
You mean your mood?
No, how your mood affects me.
Okay. So I'll start by saying one of the things that we like about this particular topic is that it's very honest and it's genuine, and I feel like it's something that people don't talk about often. Sometimes you have passive spouses. So typically you have one more emotive spouse and you have one more concealed spouse.
Say concealed.
So typically, well, no, I'll just say this. The reality is how you act and how you feel actually affects your spouse.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. So I want to start by saying, first of all, that your emotions and your feelings are valid. And I feel like within a relationship, that should always be stated. Whether you're feeling something based on facts or based on just emotions or whatever, like your feelings are valid. And I feel like there should always be space for you to feel how you feel.
Agreed.
So that always should be the foundation. Like if you're feeling a certain way, I want to respect that.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely places where spouses go where somebody feels a certain way and the other one's kind of negating that.
Like you shouldn't feel that way.
You shouldn't feel that way. Or that's not how it happened. That's not how it's like, yo, this is how I feel, yo. Like,
right.
Okay, but this is how I'm feeling. Like, can you handle that? Can you respect that?
Yeah, and I feel like there are some people who, when they're feeling something so strongly, it's hard for them to move to like any other place until they can feel what they felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely can attest to the fact that my moods affect you. I know that. And I think what we need to be cognizant about is, so I feel like people are going to watch this video and they're going to automatically assume that, oh, it's the wife's mood or the girlfriend's mood that's affecting her man. And I feel like it's because women tend to be outwardly more emotional than men. I feel, now I'm not saying all men, because I know men who can be very emotional and very vocal about their emotions, but
Absolutely.
most men generally are less vocal about their emotions than women are. I'll say that.
Right.
And so as
Typically,
yeah.
Sure.
And I feel like as women, we can feel very deeply, and we want our feelings to be validated by the men that are in our lives. So we can tend to be very vocal about that. However, I feel like we need to be responsible about our feelings. So I could be pissed off at something he did, or pissed off at something that somebody else did, or just extremely, I woke up and it was raining outside, and so now I'm dreary. And I just want to feel this way. For however long, I want to feel this way. And I have no regards to how it's affecting my spouse. And I feel like I need to take ownership in the fact that, okay, I'm depressed, but I'm also causing my husband to feel a certain way. I need to do something with this emotion. I feel it. I have stated that I feel a certain way. Now, what am I going to do about that? Because it's not only affecting me, it's affecting the person that I said I love more than me.
Right. One more thing that I would like to point out is, in kind of relation to that, is that men have the same power is not the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
The same effect. So, especially if you have kids. So, if you have a house full of people and you're a father and a husband, but either way, whether you do or you don't, being stressed out about work, being all in your head, thinking about something that is causing you to shut down and kind of be closed off mentally and emotionally to the rest of the house, like that sets a tone and is felt. It actually happens kind of weird too, because you set that tone and then you're not thinking about how it affects your kids, how it affects your spouse. But then some hours will go by and everybody's quiet. And what do we do as men? Why are you so quiet? What's going on with you? And it's like, yo, you set this tone. Like, we all just kind of affected by you. Yeah. And I know I've been guilty of that before. Like, I'll be like super in my head about something or quiet about something or thinking about something. And then all of a sudden I'm looking around at everybody else. Like, now that I've processed hours through whatever it is I was thinking about. Really? Now that I've processed whatever it is I was thinking about, now I'm looking at everybody else like, hey, I know I've put you in this awkward emotional place. Okay. Now I'm ready to be up here, but everybody else is like, yo, what's going on with dude? Like, is he cool?
People are walking on eggshells now.
Right. I mean, I might not even have recalled that several of my family members have spoken to me. Hey, dad, this. Hey, dad, this. Hey, baby, you want to do this? And I was like, no. And it's just kind of like, okay, so I guess we'll just kind of chill.
Absolutely. And I feel like with the person that does not speak up about their emotions, it actually, I feel like can make matters worse.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, so if Brandon knows, because I'm always vocal about it, that when it rains, I'm going to be in a depressed mood, or if he's always vocal about the fact that if it's traffic on his way home, then he's probably going to come home in a weird mood. He's vocal about it, or I'm vocal about it. Then I know how to deal with my spouse. I know how to help him, or I know how to like just give him his space because he's talked about it. I feel like when people are like not vocal, and I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. Okay, now I know that something is going on, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know what to do about it, and I don't know how long this is going to be, and I feel like it can make matters worse. And so I feel like, to start, your feelings are valid, so talk about them. Even if you're in the middle of processing them,
absolutely,
you need to you need to at least let them know, I am feeling something.
Yes. That
way your spouse doesn't think that they're crazy.
So, time out, real quick. For everybody out there, when someone says what's wrong and something's actually wrong, don't say nothing. We actually started this rule like a long time ago. Like, yo, I'm not an idiot, and I know you because I married you. If I'm asking you what's wrong, it's because I know something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to tell me what it is. But when you say, oh, it's nothing, it's like, yo, you're lying.
You're lying to my face.
Like, you're lying. Like, and just be out. We've all done it. Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
So don't be like saying like, oh, nothing, when you know
that there's something
wrong.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing is, I'll say this. The majority of the time when you're like saying nothing, what you need to do is you need to swallow your pride
and communicate
and be honest and say, look, I am feeling a certain way and I don't want to share it right now. I just kind of...
I'm processing through.
Right. We have another video called Communication, the Talker versus the Thinker. And you should see it like right here. The reality is sometimes people are gut people and they just say how they feel. Sometimes people are thinkers and processors and they kind of have an idea how they feel, but they really want to process through, chew on it. Most of the time, most of those kind of people, because I'm one of those kind of people, you know that if you sit and think about it long enough, you're going to come up with other aspects and other facets of the situation. So you're like, yeah, I don't really have nothing right now. I got to think about it. And that's fine. But if someone's asking you what's wrong, don't say nothing. Have some kind of agreement between you and your spouse where you're going to say, hey, look, real talk, this is what I'm feeling right now. I don't want to talk about it. but no, your radar on me is not off. I am feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
Because then you got people feeling like they're crazy because they think they know you because they've been married to you for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And be like, yo, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Oh, I'm crazy then because you clearly look like something's wrong.
Right. So number one, your feelings are valid.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're feeling a certain kind of way, express that in some form or fashion to your spouse, to your loved one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, take ownership of what you're feeling.
Absolutely.
If you're feeling a certain way, own it and say, I'm mad. Okay, now what am I going to do about it?
Yep.
Because you need to realize, and I guess this is the third one, however you're feeling, frustrated, jealous, whatever, lonely, whatever the case may be, whatever you're feeling, is going to affect your spouse. And if you say that you love your spouse and, you know, I love you better than I love myself and all this other stuff, then you're putting your spouse in this situation with you. So I'm mad. That's valid. They know that I'm mad. Now, what am I going to do? Do I just need some space? Okay, well then you need to set aside that specific space. Give me 10 minutes. Give me an hour. Give me a day. Like, I don't know. But at least there's a trajectory. I know what it is that you need, and I can give that to you.
Yes. So, last thing I want to say before we end this video is even when you're having, like, tough moods, and that's just part of marriage, you know, you're going to have your ups and downs. In general, you're going to have your ups and downs emotionally. You're going to bounce in and out of moods. Even if you're in a funky mood, you have to communicate with each other. I mean, like, if you're just like, oh, I just feel some kind of way, or even if your spouse made you feel a certain way, like, you still need to communicate about who's going to pick up the kids, or who's going to grocery shop, or, hey, are we still going out tonight? Like, oh, well, I thought you knew we wasn't going out because we mad. We paid for tickets. I'm still going. Like, you know, like, you still have to communicate even through the normal ups and downs of your emotional state.
Yeah.
So please feel how you feel, but make sure that you never break the communication between you and your spouse.
Absolutely.
So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can be updated whenever we drop a video. And we'll see you guys later.
Yep. Bye, guys.